Hello friend, I welcome you to my channel, Let's Say Graphics and Multimedia. My name is Rafi Yakub right here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add gradients to part, or how you can add gradient to stroke or any object part in corelDRAW step-by-step tutorial. But before I dive into the tutorial, if you're very new to this channel, remember to hit on the subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so each time I post content about corelDRAW, you'll be notified. So with that being said, so let's dive into the tutorial and see how you can add gradient to part or any shape in corelDRAW. Okay, so the first thing I would like to do right here, I will go to my toolbar right here and I will click and hold down, and I will choose my pen tools. Now let's take a look at pen tools. So we have to start from a point and press shift key and move to the next point, and we have to press control key down to cut. Now we have a stroke like this, and this stroke here we can easily fill this stroke with gradient color. Okay, now let's take a look at the width of this stroke. So we can come to the home tab right here, and we can increase the width of this stroke, and we can type in a figure. So let's, for instance, we want to make this stroke to be 60. So we can type in a figure and press enter key on our keyboard. So we're going to have stuff like this. Now there are two ways to fill this particular part, this stroke part. We can either fill it with color fill, or we fill it with gradient. Now for you to color fill, normally you have to come to the color palette right here to fill color, but each time you are clicking on it, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. Now for you to add an stroke width color, so for you to add a color to this part, the only option you can use here is to come to the color palette and right click. So when right click, it automatically updates into the stroke. You come back here and right click and it's come this way, right click and it come this way. Now one very good thing we can do in this regard to left click and fill this particular color is that before we can do that, we just have to go to our object from this point here, and we make sure we look for convert outline to object, or press Ctrl plus Shift key and Q. So it's going to be converted to object. Now once you convert it to object, this will allow you to normal click and the color will be updated instead of using right click. So these are just the difference between when you are trying to outline color or when you are trying to fill line color. But one good thing here is that by the time you come to outline right here, if I try to add another outline, you will notice that it had an outline to this particular shape outside of this particular of the main shape. This is because we have converted this into a part. So now we have a part and we have an outline stroke. Now for us to be differentiate between these two options here, so by the time I normal click, it's going to fill the inner part of this particular stroke. By the time I right click, it's going to give me an outline color. So these are just the difference between. So if I change this, it give me this. If I fill it, normal click, it give me inner fill. So these are just different between part and the stroke part. Okay. Now one more thing we can do here is that we can come down right here, or we can come down right here and right click here. So once you right click, it means that you have removed the stroke width. That's just the basic truth as far as part and color to part is concerned. Now let's take a look at circle. So if I go to my toolbar right here and I click and hold down, I choose my circle. So then I'll come to the workspace, I press Ctrl key down to draw a perfect circle. Now this circle here, we can fill this circle in different way. We can fill the stroke part, we can fill the inner circle, and we can gradient fill. Now let's take a look at fill inner the part and stroke part. If you normal click, you're going to have inner fill of the circle. Now if you come to the home tab right here, you increase the width, you're going to have a very thick width. Right? Now let's take a look at how we can fill this part. For you to fill the stroke part, you just have to come here, right click, it's going to automatically give you a stroke part. That's just the basic truth of doing it in color fill and stroke path color fill. Now let's take a look. Let's go back to our pen tools. Then by the time I make use of my pen tool, press shift key and draw a straight path again. Now this one right here, we can equally come to the home tab right here and increase the width. Let's take this to be 760 and press enter key on my keyboard. So we have stuff like this. Now we want to gradient fill. Okay, what do I mean by gradient? Gradient is a kind of filling of 2 or 3 or 4 color on a single part, maybe text or shapes. But here we are using shapes. Alright, so at this point here, if you have to, for you to use a gradient, you have to look for your interactive fill. So by the time I click and hold down, I have to choose my interactive fill. So, or you press letter G on your keyboard. So that is just a shortcut key for interactive fill. So when you choose interactive fill, you are going to see the property from the home tab here, from uniform fill, from fonting, from pattern fill, from bitmap fill, and two pattern, and this one right here is texture, this one right here is postscript fill, and etc. The last one here is copy fill from one another. All right. So by the time I select fonting, so you will see a kind of movement of the color will pump up and it will be aligned with the stroke. Now, right here, normally we need to click on here and try to play around with the color and try to fill it with color right here. You see, each time I'm clicking and selecting color, it's updating from the color wheel right here, but it's not applied on the stroke. Okay, so this is exactly what we are going to take a look at. Now, before you can actually fill color gradients to your part, the first thing you have to do is to go to object right here. So from object, you have to make sure that you convert object outline to object. Okay, so you convert outline to object, then you have to come back here, click and hold down, choose your interactive fill. So immediately you choose your interactive fill, you can choose your fonting if that is what you want to fill. So you take note that this is automatically convert, okay, and ready to take our absorb color into this particular shape. So right now we can start from this point here. We click on here and we pick a color. From this point here, we can pick a color, and we can use this arrow and pick some color, and we can use our eye color dropper right here. Select eye color dropper and use it to play around with the color. Each time you are clicking on it, it will update on the shape. So you can see it right here. So if we come back here and we click on here also, and we can try as much as possible to add another color. At this point here, we can pick the color from here or from here. So each time you are clicking, and it will update the color, and you will see the color code from the point here and this point here and here. You can as well change from CMYK to RGB, HSB, HSL, and GLOB, and Q, YQ, and etc. You can also use your eye color dropper and pick color from here. Each time you are clicking, it will update into the color wheel. So finally, you can double click on the stroke here to add. This allows you to add additional stroke. So once you click on that, then you can pick any color of your choice. So this is how you can add a multiple color to part in corelDRAW. Now, one very good thing you can do as far as this color is concerned is that you can go back to your two shapes right here, and you click and hold down to draw another circle. This one right here, we want to fill this one with this particular color. How do we do that? It's a very simple thing. So all you have to do is we can firstly we go to our stroke width size right here. We can type in 50 and press enter. Now we have a very big circle width. So one thing we can do right here is that we need to go to objects from the tab right here, and we look for convert outline to object. So when you select on your convert outline to object, then we can easily go back to our toolbar, click and hold down. This time around we choose interactive fill. So when you choose interactive fill, and then now instead of you being playing around with the color so that you to avoid some mistakes, you can easily copy this color and fill it with this circle right here. So for you to do that, you just have to select you just have to come to the top right here and make sure you click on copy fill. So when you click on copy fill, then you just have to pick the color right here. It will automatically update, just like what you see on the screen right here. And one good thing you can do is that you can easily change the color. It will automatically fill. Instead of filling the inner color, it fill the stroke. This is because we have converted this part into we have converted, so that is why it's not fill inner. So if you select on this, you try to change the color, it will automatically fill. This is because we have already converted this also. So this is how you can apply gradient to parts or any shape in corelDRAW step-by-step tutorial, and how you can apply gradient to part in corelDRAW step-by-step tutorial. I hope you guys find value for this video. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a big thumb up, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorial like this. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now. How it's supposed to be.